Welcome to the CHGO Blackhawks podcast presented by PointsBet. Use that promo code CHGO when you sign up and you'll get 2 risk-free bets up to $2,000. Welcome to Top Shelf Tuesday. I'm Jay Zawaski with Greg Boysen and Mario Tirabassi. Mario is rocking the Team USA hockey jersey. Don't forget, the World Junior Championships start today at 1 p.m. on NHL Network. I think it's Slovakia and Czechia play today at 1. Is that the game at 1?
Yeah, that could be.
And then it's
U.S. plays Germany tonight.
Tonight,
9 o'clock.
9 o'clock, yep. So don't miss that. Greg wrote a great preview for Hawks fans on allchgo.com. That was posted yesterday. And Monday's podcast, we had Chris Peters as our guest previewing the tournament as well. So make sure if you've not listened to yesterday's podcast, do so before the tournament kicks off
Making us
today.
all feel better about the Blackhawks' future.
Definitely.
Just a little bit.
It definitely did. And speaking of jerseys,
Yeah.
thousands of you have tagged us in the alleged leaked reverse retro 2.0 jerseys that are making the rounds on the old interwebs there. And we're going to use this opportunity to discuss this leaked concept and look back at some of the alternate jerseys over the last decade plus, and rank our favorites. So, Kevin, can we throw up the image of the leaked reverse retro 2.0 jerseys? Now, these are alleged from our friends at Aesthetics, who are on top of the hockey jersey game. They've always got leads. They've got people with sources. Here's what I'll say. If you go to the Aesthetics Twitter account, you'll see a lot of the reverse retro 2.0 jerseys, and it's at Aesthetics, ICETHETICS on Twitter.
They've threaded a couple of them.
Yeah, you'll see a bunch of the reverse retro concepts. None of them look like this out of focus, weird Blackhawks one that is making the rounds.
This thing was created on like Windows 4.
Yeah.
Windows
The
97.
image quality, not the best.
So Aesthetics says this is the confirmed reverse retro 2.0. We have tried to do some confirmation of our own and have not been able to confirm that these are indeed the jerseys. I'll just say this. If they are, these are not dab.
They're bad.
They're not dab at all. And as the kids also say, that's not it. The font on Chicago, and this is a really good opportunity to be watching us on YouTube. If you're not,
Yes.
Go check out the YouTube
Apologize
feed.
in advance. to
Yeah,
the
for those only
audio
listening on the
this
audio.
might be a day to
It's
watch that YouTube.
Well,
replay.
we can.
if you haven't seen the image, it is it's basically the 90s barbershop, 90s quote unquote 1930s and 90s barbershop jersey, just with the colors flip-flopped, the red and the black. And then it just
red,
says Chicago in like Times New Roman across the chest.
which is your default text font on Microsoft.
Usually,
Paint,
yeah.
by the way.
It might be
They didn't
Arial,
even-
but I think that's
They
Times
didn't
New
even
Roman.
change the font from the font.
Yeah.
I'm not buying that this exact jersey is it. Like, I don't know who this original guy, this Carter, whoever got this leak from a team source, some Jets writer that I've never seen anything written
graphic
about.
designer, yeah.
So he could be right, but the jersey I think might look something like this, but it's not going to be that. I can't see just saying Chicago on the front. That's lame.
It may be
I hate it so much.
this lane of what the jersey may end up looking like, but I am not convinced that is the final product.
I mean, I've seen better jerseys at roller hockey tournaments.
Yeah.
I'm not buying that that's the exact. They may go with that barber pole look, maybe modernize it a little bit, have more red than black, considering as we're gonna see, there hasn't really been a red alternate jersey.
No.
I mean that kind of
It would kind of
defeats the purpose of alternate, but they've pretty much gone like either all black with a little bit of red or all white.
Or white, yeah.
So maybe doing one with more red. It may look something like that, but that's not the design. I'm not buying it for a second.
I think,
and if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. God, Lord knows that's not the first time.
For the reverse retro collection that Adidas is rolling out, the last time they did it, it was black with red accents. Why would they, for the second time, go black with red accents? It doesn't make sense to me.
And it kind of stinks for the Hawks to do reverse retro, considering they pretty much had the same logo their
Right.
entire existence. Like they don't. Some of these other teams can do fun original logos, or they can use their current logo with the colors of the team they used to be.
Or
like
they have completely different, like they were an expansion team in the 70s, and so they bring it back to that.
Kind of like, what the Avalanche did when they put the Nordiques logo, but in their current colors. That was really cool. Or the Kings did the purple and gold with the 1989 Gretzky logo. That was cool. The Blackhawks don't have a lot to choose from in their past besides adding some stripes.
And because they've had so many outdoor games with the throwback mentality, all the designs have been used.
Yeah.
Like I don't understand like the why it's got to be retro. This would have been the perfect opportunity for the Hawks to try a new logo that doesn't involve, the famous Indian head.
Well, I guess
a switched up logo.
Chicago written in Comic Sans across the front. I guess that's kind of the concept.
Yeah,
It's
but
a little too far.
that's not a logo. That's words.
No, you're right.
That's
Yeah,
letters.
You're right.
Like this would have been the fun time to try a jersey with a completely different logo for 5 or 6 games, see how the fans react to that, see how it sells, get the, tip your toe in the water, so to speak, and say, okay, the fans didn't completely freak out when we changed the logo, so now we can ease them into maybe what we're going for.
I think if they're going to do that, where it says like just Chicago or whatever, I think you cannot just do it in just caps lock. But I think if they were to go in that direction, I think something along the lines of like how the Bulls had the like script Chicago. If they did something like that where it said like CHGO Blackhawks across the chest in like a script kind of look, that might play
even
well.
Like the Bulls have the ones that look like what's the style of the 20s? Like you know what I'm talking about? Like they're like
It's
gold.
like
the
that cursive, right?
No, it's like it almost
looks like a movie marquee.
Yeah, like a 1920s cinematic look. They're like the gold. They
like
have
the
a
Oscars.
gold. Yeah.
How about
Yes.
Or
Oh,
the
yeah,
Blackhawks
yeah, I
do
see-
something,
I remember
the
what you're
classic jerseys that we've seen, like a Rangers, but say Blackhawks.
That would be
style.
cool.
I would buy that.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
Like a black jersey with the red Blackhawks diagonally down. That's a
Yeah.
classic look. That's a retro look. Other teams have done it. The Penguins use it with Pittsburgh. So do that with Blackhawks or Chicago that way.
Mm-hmm.
Could you ever
It's
see
an
them
idea.
going completely different colors and maybe like a Chicago flag concept? I know they wore those for warm-ups.
They
one
did
day.
that as like a promotional warm-up
They were
thing, and they
sweet.
looked great.
They were awesome.
Yeah.
They do have one of the Blackhawk hats I own has the Blackhawk the logo with the
In the Chicago colors, yeah.
Go for that. I mean, but again, that's not retro, or do a
It's
silver,
a
like
city edition.
like a dark gray or
Whatever.
silver jersey would be kind of cool.
Yeah,
Or
yeah.
take my favorite color, take the green from the feather and make a green jersey, like a real green jersey, not the cheap
St.
St.
Patrick's
ones
warm-ups.
that we see. Like use that green and yellow
I feel
for
like
a cool jersey.
Packers,
Who cares?
North Stars.
So
North
what?
Stars, Subway.
Packers don't have those colors, trademarked.
Subway.
All those that'll be the top selling jersey for all those fans in Milwaukee.
There you go. Yeah,
That's
there
a
you go.
yeah,
Cater to that.
Make
Wisconsin
a
crowd.
Packers version of the Blackhawks jersey. That'll go well.
Well, let's just hope. Can we throw that one up there again, Kevin? The concept and oh my God, it's so bad.
Yeah, I'm not convinced this is it.
If the Blackhawks are watching, if Jamie Faulkner is watching, and I'm sure she is, please, if this is it, it's not too late. We can just scrap the 2.0 concept this year. Tell Adidas to go scratch because they're going away anyway. These are not good. And look, it's not like, again, just put the normal Hawks crest on there.
Yeah,
that's fine. Like, I like the concept. What I don't like is the Chicago in the very, very basic font
Right.
across the front. Everything else about it is cool.
Yeah, I don't mind I like the barber poles.
Yeah.
The
socks look good.
The jersey itself is fine, but yeah, just take away that Chicago and put anything else on there.
This
Put
looks
the
like
CHGO Blackhawks logo in the
There you
middle.
go.
There you go.
They can
See?
they can
But
come.
that's not cheap.
Yeah,
I was
We're
gonna
not
say,
just going to let them do that. They
They
got
can
to
come
pay
with
out
a
the
blank.
nose
They
for
can come
that.
with a blank check, and
they
we'll,
should make like
figure
silhouettes
it
of me,
out.
Greg, and Mario.
There
And
you
just
go.
have like variants.
Yeah,
Beautiful.
You know, you could like
that.
get my double chin featured nicely.
Put our caricatures on there on the shoulders.
Yeah.
There you go.
Did you bring your Ice Hogs jersey?
I do.
Is it with you right now, or do you have to get up?
It's
Can you hold it up? Because this is, for me, what Greg's about to reveal. Excuse him while he whips this out. He's gonna show you.
Show feet.
This is what the Hawks should do with a
These were
reverse retro
the
jersey.
Ice Hogs third jersey a few years ago.
And they reversed what this Duncan Keith one here in
So
front.
it's the cream color from the stripe with the black and red vertical stripe or horizontal stripe.
And we'll tweet this out on the show account.
And it's got the Hawks patches.
Flip it around and see whose jersey it is.
This was I got old school cred right there. My table Ice Hogs jersey.
It is a Teravainen 21.
I was upset. I figured when they first drafted him, the only way I would do a jersey he would wear would be an Ice Hogs jersey, but I love the cream color.
Yeah, I think this looks great.
This is one of my favorite jerseys of all time. Any team, and the Ice Hogs logo there. The Blackhawks did this. Sign me the F up.
If they release that today, I would pre-order it today.
Yes.
Yeah. With
I guess you got to get Seth Jones. Is that the safe?
I would be getting
maybe,
a Frank Nazar.
Or a
Sam Lafferty. Sam Lafferty.
Yeah, there you go.
There you go.
Sam
Just
Lafferty.
really glad I'm not the only one with a Teuvo Teravainen jersey in his possession.
See, you're a smart man.
Good for you, man.
Oh, yeah.
That's great. I think I am the only one with a Martin Havlat jersey in my possession. Fun fact.
Maybe still in your possession.
That used to be a Mark Bell jersey.
Nice.
And my buddy Chris at Triple Threat Sports was able to change it from a 28 to a 24.
Wow.
And change it to a Havlat.
Because I was gonna say Havlat and Coho. I don't think they were still making jerseys when he was on the team.
It's okay. It's okay.
No, it works. Hey, they might be the new manufacturer when Adidas is
there you
gone.
go.
They might make a comeback.
Yes, but the black people have been asking to bring back the alternate blacks, like the Havlat one we have here on set forever.
I'm cool with that.
And for a while, I was like, it looks very 90s. It's cool. It looks cool again. It has come back to look awesome to me.
People,
so yeah, bring that back.
say oh, don't bring it back because they wore it when the team was terrible.
They're terrible forever.
What better time to bring it back?
What? They're going to be terrible now.
That's how you commemorate the flyover eras of the Blackhawks.
Every time the team's going to be bad, just throw them in the All Blacks, and everyone will be like, "Oh, hey, look
Kane
at that."
and Taves wore those their rookie season. That was the turning around of the whole franchise.
That was the last era that they were wearing them.
It's always fun how teams need to change their uniforms, their colors to be more modern, and they end up going back to the classics.
Look
anyway.
at
the Flames. Look at the I love the Flames. Old school with the yellow trim on it. Those
the
are
yellow
so
and
sweet.
bright red. Yeah.
The Oilers need to figure it out and go back to their '80s jerseys.
They are.
Well, good. Get rid of those.
They're coming back to the blues.
Jerseys. Get rid of the orange. Those are awful.
Well, even in the NFL and stuff, like the Giants
are going back to
Bills,
the 80s. Yeah.
all going back to the old designs.
Because I think what they realize is, when the people who were those black jerseys were kids when those were out, they're now the people that have the disposable income are actually going to go buy them. So,
Mario, there he goes.
There he goes.
Is he going to put it on? Uh-oh.
All right, if you listen to Friday's episode when we
no, just come on with the tank top.
Yeah, show the sun's out, guns out, man.
It's like quick change.
We show feet. You got to show guns.
Yeah.
This is awesome.
This is. Yeah, there it is. Look at that. That is amazing. This is Mario's jersey he got for his 9th birthday. And it kind of sort of still fits.
It's very, very form-fitting. Very revealing.
I couldn't get anything I wore when I was 9 years old, even over my head.
Give me that one more time.
So you should be proud that you got to wear that for the rest of the episode.
Hang on, give me that one more time. Give me that nice flex one more time.
Oh, you got to get the gun show?
Nice grown in jersey.
This is what happens when you drink Athletic Green and Owen. You can wear jerseys from your childhood again. Yeah, there you go.
I was going through I have a Rubbermaid bin in my basement of my old jerseys. And I found my wife's pullover Cub Sandberg jersey.
Can't even sit in this.
Maybe I could fit in this. No. I almost had to call the fire department to get me out of it. It was very similar to what Mario is looking like.
Yeah, this is the look.
That's great. See,
no flexing over there. You're gonna.
No, I'm gonna.
You're just gonna tear through it. Yeah, exactly.
It's like the Incredible Hulk over here.
Anyways.
All right. So with this conversation,
I'm glad you brought
in
that
mind,
up, Greg. I was looking for the time to put it on.
Hey, I'm the master of the segue.
So what we're going to do here for Top Shelf Tuesday is we're going to go through the history of recent Winter Classic, Stadium Series, Reverse Retro, other throwbacks, and kind of go through them, talk about them, rank them, and give our top 3 and our least favorite at the end of the show. So before we do that, I want to remind everybody that the best way to support us here at CHGO is to download that PointsBet app and use the promo code CHGO when you sign up. You already know. You do that, you get the 2 risk-free bets up to $2,000. By now, you should know with that $50 or more first-time deposit, you're going to get a free CHGO membership. You can get yourself a nice shirt like mine here or any of the cool CHGO designs that are out now, including the Size Cease White Sox design that came out this weekend. You're also going to get access to our great web content like Greg's World Junior Championship preview, all that stuff, $2,000 in free bets, a free CHGO membership, and a free shirt from the CHGO locker. All of that for making a $50 or more first-time deposit at PointsBet using that promo code CHGO when you sign up. It's your home for live in-play betting. And I talked about it yesterday. What does that mean? You're watching a game, your team's down a run, the bases are loaded, and Jose Abreu's up, and you feel like he's about to clobber a double into the gap, and the Sox are about to take the lead. Place that bet in-game. Make money as the game goes on. It's an awesome way to stay involved in the dog days of baseball, and just wait until football season. Then it's really fun. All those micro bets in the course of a football game are amazing, and the Bears kick off the preseason on Saturday.
Woo!
Fun.
That's exciting, right?
With Roquan Smith, who demanded a trade. What time are the CHGO Bears on today? Do we know?
They're on at 2 today.
2?
They're originally supposed to be off, right?
Say.
Yeah.
I think they were originally supposed to be off, and then the Bears were like, nope, you guys better go into work today because our best player wants to get out of here.
So jump on that CHGO PointsBet offer. What are you waiting for? It's time to elevate your live betting game. Once the game starts, don't just bet. Live your bet life with PointsBet. Download the PointsBet app and use the code CHGO. And if you or someone you know has a gambling problem and wants help, call 1-800-GAMBLER for crisis counseling and referral services.
And we are brought to you by our good friends at Athletic Greens. Now, you guys may make some jokes about my size.
We're not joking.
And Athletic Greens and what it's doing for me, but I'll have you know that those 75 high-quality vitamins, minerals, whole food source, superfoods, probiotics, and adaptogens that you are getting in just 1 scoop of AG1, it's doing the body well. I'm feeling a lot better day-to-day, more natural energy, better gut health. Immune system is doing what it's supposed to be doing, and it's being helped with AG1. My wife has also started to use it. She swears by it as well. So it's doing good for us. And with AG1, what's really good is if you have different dietary restrictions or follow different diets, whatever they might be, gluten-free, keto, paleo, dairy-free, whatever it is, AG1, you're good to go with that. It's really easy to incorporate into your life no matter how busy you might be. Just 1 scoop of AG1 in a cup of water every day. That's it. No need for a million different pills or supplements to look out for your health. Right now, it's time to reclaim your health and arm your immune system with convenient daily nutrition. And to do that and make it easy, Athletic Greens is going to give you a free 1-year supply of immune-supporting vitamin D and 5 free travel packs with your first purchase. All you got to do is go to athleticgreens.com/CHGO Blackhawks. Again, that's athleticgreens.com/CHGO Blackhawks to take ownership over your health and pick up the ultimate daily nutritional insurance.
Yes, do that. Jump on Athletic Greens. My friend Tony's using it now, and he's got horrible gut issues, and this is helping him out as well. AG is the goods.
And
all right.
I, for one, am really looking forward to the adaptogens set at Riot Fest this year.
They're great.
They're awesome.
Especially since they got that new lead singer.
Yes.
Much better. Much better. All right, so let's do this chronologically. And because of the leaked concept, the alleged leak concept, we're going to start with the 1991-92 75th anniversary Barber Pole jersey, modeled beautifully by Jeremy Roenick.
There it is. That's your jersey.
When I see that jersey, the only person I think of is Roenick in that jersey. It just fits perfectly. If you want a reverse retro and you feel like you have to reverse things, flip the red and the black, keep everything the same, and you're going to sell these things like gangbusters. You don't need to overthink it. You don't need to reinvent the wheel, which makes me wonder, I wonder how much input the team has into these jerseys.
I don't think they get a lot.
Well, that's dumb.
Because I feel like every time like a jersey is like revealed, like when they do like behind the scenes footage of like a jersey being revealed to the players, obviously the players aren't going to be like, oh, that sucks, on camera at least.
Chris Sale and just I'm not.
Or it's Chris Sale, But I feel like they're always like kind of like surprised at what they see. So I don't think the players really get input to design. I think it'd be cool if they did.
Like management. Like, does Danny Wirtz and Jamie Faulkner, do they sit down with Adidas and go through a couple concepts?
I'm sure they do.
I would imagine they have to give their blessing before they say, here, you got to wear this garbage.
They're not just handing over the wheel to Adidas.
Stock the shelves of this awful thing. Yeah.
Well, and the team store, too, in, like, the last year or two, I feel like they did, like, a sweatshirt, like a crew neck sweatshirt in that design, and it's like, why not just do that in the jersey, too? Like, I don't know. To me, it makes sense if you're going to go with the barber pole, don't change it. Just do it, and it'll be fine.
People have wanted that one for a while.
Yeah.
Just bring it back.
Yeah.
And I know there's probably some thought to, like, the Native Americanness of the logo, but it's no different from what they've worn at the Winter Classic or any of the other retros they've worn. So
the Winter Classic, the last one that they were in at Notre Dame Stadium, the all black and white. They did the old school logo, but they used the current crest. So you could do that if you're going to go that route.
Or put the Tomahawk C in there instead.
Or you try that out.
Yeah. Different.
Give it a shot. See how it looks. Next up is the 2009 Winter Classic, the second actual Winter Classic, the first one for the Blackhawks at Wrigley Field against the Red Wings. I've got the Duncan Keith version right here on the table. Those were great, too. An underrated aspect of these, I think the pants look cool.
Yeah.
Like the striping on the pants and the cream on the socks. The whole thing came together really nicely. And I know in later years they used this as an alternate jersey, and the only difference was they put cream and red tomahawks on the shoulders, the C with the tomahawks. And I actually like those better than a Winter Classic because I thought the Tomahawks looked awesome.
Yeah, these were cool jerseys. I'm a big fan of these. Obviously, it was unique at the time. And my only thing I didn't like about these when they did bring them and would wear them, for a couple seasons afterwards, was it was a little hard to read the numbers when you were up in like the 300 level.
Right.
It was kind of hard to differentiate sixes and eights. I mean, obviously, when you talk about, that's obviously Patrick Kane right there. I don't need to know the number, but it was hard to read the numbers at times. Otherwise, those are fantastic jerseys. I still have one. I have a Jonathan Taves version of this jersey.
Those are my favorite of all the throwbacks that they've had. I'll just
spoiler alert. That's my number one. Yeah, that's
my number one.
No, that one's great. It's great. It's simple.
So good.
You're right about the number though, because from a distance, like if you're watching on YouTube, you can see that some of the number bleeds into the black and gets cut off a little bit. Mm-hmm. So yeah, it can be a little bit problematic from a distance, but a small complaint for an overall really well executed jersey. Right. I'm trying to think back to when they revealed these, and people pretty much universally love them from jump. Yeah. Like not only the idea that the Hawks were going to play in this game, but that the jerseys looked as good as they did. And remember, Detroit wore the Old English D.
Those
were great looking too.
As far as aesthetics of the jerseys and the venue, that's got to be one of the best Winter Classics that the NHL has put on, score aside.
Yeah, and it was simple. They kept both jerseys simple, and now it's just like they lost that simplicity in some of these outdoor designs where enough is
start recycling the same teams, designs get thin.
Judging by the comment section here, people love these jerseys too.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
I think a lot of people are like us.
There's a lot of memories to be made, and that jersey that day was so freaking important to this franchise. Yep. Mm-hmm. And that was like announcing on a national stage that, hey, the Blackhawks are back. And then they wore the alternates for a couple of seasons during the heyday, during the great years. So I think that's why fans like those jerseys a lot too, because they attach them to a very special time in Blackhawks hockey.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
That has a lot to do with it too.
Jamie in the chat says this is their favorite Hawks jersey, period.
Yeah.
Which is, I don't know. I don't think you're alone in that, Jamie. That's a pretty popular opinion. That's a great one. Now, speaking of overthinking and overdoing,
downhill from here.
we move on to the 2014 Stadium Series. Was this the Hawks' only outdoor win?
Yes.
Yes.
I was at this game.
1-6.
It was snowing like
1-5,
crazy.
1-6.
It was so cold.
It was
Coldest
so
I've
cold.
ever been.
This was because it was a dampness because it was snowing.
Yeah.
And
Which was it was also like March 1st or something like that.
Yes.
Wasn't it this
Yeah.
game in March? Yeah. And it
or
was
second day
just a blanket of snow.
Yeah, so these are the game against the Penguins at Soldier Field. The black, it looks like the black alternates, but there's a little bit of some jagged lines on the bottom. It's not a streamlined stripes on the bottom. The numbers are elongated for better viewing in a stadium, but they're also stretched too thin.
Yeah,
they should have elongated them and widened them.
These jerseys suck.
Instead, they just stretch them. And then there's
the sleeves don't go all the way around.
Yeah,
They're just on the front of the sleeve.
striping on the sleeves. That's
little
stupid.
A little different.
yeah, and then
the logo was like a reflective plastic. Like these jerseys were plastic.
yes,
Like remember as a kid,
It looked like a sticker.
Yeah,
Right.
Like remember as a kid, I'm dating myself here. Some of you younger have no idea what I'm talking about. But the old Sports Flicks trading cards, where when you move the card, the player on the card would move,
Like a hologrammy kind
yeah,
of thing.
but it would look like the guy was swinging the bat or throwing the baseball, but it had that thick plastic coating on it, and you. And that's what was on the freaking Blackhawks logo. They were terrible, and they weighed like 85 pounds. Everything about those jerseys was bad.
it was just poorly executed. And if you have an authentic Hawks jersey and you get up close and you look at the stitching on the logo, where the feather has like probably 1,000 individual stitches in it for each feather, and every bit of it is detailed and beautiful.
It's a lot.
Like that's why if you're gonna invest in a Hawks jersey, you should invest in an authentic, because there is such a difference from just like the patch that goes on at like Dick's Sporting Goods or whatever, and the authentic. The stitching on the authentic is worth the difference. To just slap a patch on there for a Stadium Series, brutal. I think this is consensus the least favorite.
Probably.
No. I'm okay with them.
Oof.
But they'd be higher if the logo was different. But yeah, they're not that high for me.
I don't mind the lacing.
I kind of like it.
I
like the lacing.
The squared top.
Yeah.
Isn't bad, but yeah, I don't know. The logo rubs me in such a bad way on that one.
Like I wouldn't buy this jersey, but I don't hate it.
Like this is the jersey you would wear to go ride your bike, so you can be reflective and people can see you. Like
there you go.
This is the official Blackhawks jersey of construction workers everywhere.
There you go.
Exactly.
Super chat from Brandon there, $2. Thanks, Brandon. Bring back the black jersey. Yep.
Yeah.
We should do it. Blackhawks should definitely do it. That way I can update this one.
There you go.
I can fit into it properly.
Next up, we've got the 2015 Winter Classic. This is the game where the Blackhawks lost to the Capitals 3-2 at Nationals Park.
The Troy Brouwer game.
Yes.
Scored the winner.
First of a couple.
Pretty basic. It is your typical white Hawks road jersey.
These are my...
But the numbers and the Tomahawks, the numbers are higher on the sleeve. The Tomahawks are on the stripes on the sleeves, and they're different colors. It's white Tomahawk handles with red blade. I guess you call it a blade, right? Whatever you would call it. Like the hatchet area is red.
Hatchet. Yeah.
I like the placement of the Tomahawks on this one. These are fine. The collar is black.
It is a throwback.
Yeah.
But they put the current logo
The original,
on it.
yeah, the current crest.
And it was just like, why? If you're doing the Winter Classic with the throwback, you're doing the throwback design to like the 50s. I know, we're not advocating to use the cartoon old logos, but they, looking a little bit ahead in our discussion, 2 years later, they did almost the exact same thing. But they used the old logo. And so putting the current logo on it, I think I really didn't like how it placed together. It just looked like their away jersey.
Yeah, and then it didn't really fit the theme either, because if you remember, the Capitals kind of had like that varsity
they had a
looking
cool looking
W.
Yeah.
Why didn't you just do a C for Chicago and kind of make it the theme of the whole? Have both teams have similar jerseys?
Well, in the Capitals, it wasn't like a throwback. They just kind of they pieced together a bunch of different like old Washington hockey teams from like the 20s, and then made a design, and it actually looked pretty cool.
Yeah, they should have done like they should have done like a C in that same style for the, so they kind of like looked, like there was a theme to the game, as opposed to Blackhawks were like, we're just going to take our normal whites and just move something down on the shoulders.
Right,
it was lazy. That was a lazy design in my book.
I do like they did this a couple times where they moved the Tomahawks down to the stripes. I kind of like that. It's different, but again, it's not a game breaker one way or another.
Yeah.
I just think it looks cool that way.
I also remember that game because it was so they had the sun issues.
Yeah.
And who would have thought the sun reflecting off of ice would have been a bad idea for a game at 1 o'clock in the afternoon.
Yeah. I remember watching that game. Very bright.
Like they only took them like 10 years to learn their lesson and start that game in the evening
at night,
now, as opposed to at noon.
Next, we've got the 2016 Stadium Series, worn in Minneapolis against the Minnesota Wild. NHL clearly going for a more modern look on these. These are the ones with the black shoulders and the Chicago Stars across the neckline of the shirt of the jersey, which I thought looked pretty cool.
The elongated sleeve stripes.
Yeah, big stripes on the sleeves.
I never minded these.
No,
I like these.
They're cool. They're different.
I didn't like them at first, but when I saw them up close, I was like, you know what? This is actually kind of cool. I like these. Are much better than the 2015 Winter Classics.
And I think what brought these ones together was, even though they were the away team, and pretty much every time the Blackhawks have been the away team, they wear white helmets. They wore black helmets with these. So it kind of, I think it's a small thing, but I think it put a little bit more of a pop to it.
Yeah.
I enjoyed these. These were good.
They're different, and it shows you that you can kind of think outside the box a little bit on these things, and you can still look classic. It can still look like an original 6 team without having to stick to just what you've done throughout your history.
And that's what seems like it's been, where the Winter Classic game, they want to try and do this old throwbacky, back when the game was played on a pond crap. And then for the Stadium Series, they want to do more modern, futuristic
more
type
concepts kind of things.
I mean, because the Stadium Series has had, as far as Stadium Series jerseys goes, those are some of the best overall, because they've had some real hot garbage jerseys.
Yeah.
That game that was in LA, those two uniforms, that was it the Ducks, or was it the Sharks and the Kings, or the Ducks and the Kings?
Ducks and the Kings.
Ducks and Kings.
They were freaking awful. Those were the LA cocaine jerseys. Like they were brutal.
Yeah.
That was also the first time I think they wore the chrome helmets.
Yeah, and the white gloves.
Yeah.
Oh, white gloves are the worst. Like no.
I like the chrome helmets. I know I'm on an
I
island with that. But
I
like
have
the
my
chrome
OCD just kicks me in the overdrive. I have enough problems following the action. I'm easily distracted. I have shiny squirrel, and then when you literally have shiny things going across my TV,
shiny things,
I have no clue what's going on.
I like that they do it in Finland, where the league's leading scorer wears a gold helmet.
I kind of like
That's
that
pretty
too.
cool.
It's like the WWE title belt.
Yeah.
Yeah,
until you're dethroned.
I like that, but it's also kind of dangerous because I'm like, okay, find the guy with the shiny helmet, beat
Where's
the crap out of him.
Where's the best
Stop
player?
him,
Yeah.
What if I wonder though, like if you got like number 1 and 2 are playing against each other,
you
and
switch
then number
in
2
mid-
passes,
Switch
like
the
do you have to
helmet.
switch helmets like mid game? That would be
Or can you
cool.
just do it like, oops, I got the wrong helmet on. You give it to like your fourth liner, and then
give it to
you're-
John Scott?
Yeah, right.
Exactly. All right, next we've got the 2017 Winter Classic. This game in St. Louis, 4-1 loss to the Blues.
Nice.
I really like this one.
I like these
This is
ones.
one of my favorites. This is very similar to the 15 Classic, except they brought the older designed and older in age Warrior head. Looks sort of weathered, looks kind of tired. Like, I'm getting tired of these outdoor games kind of a face on the Native American. But I like that they went back to the older looking crest, like the Stan Mikita days.
Yeah.
I like these a lot. These were one of my... I don't love the black helmet on white, just because I'm not used to it.
I like it.
I was just about to ask, do you guys prefer like the helmet match the jersey? Because I know a lot of people complain about that in football, but I
like when the
kinda
curtains
like it.
match the drapes. Yeah, I like the white helmet and the white jersey for me. But it's cool that it's different. I'm up for just give it a different look for a while. So I'm not mad about it. But those are I really like these ones. Not my favorite, but they're among them.
I liked these ones too. Like I just said, I think the black helmet is a small thing, but I think it makes a little bit of a difference, makes a little bit of a differentiation. The tomahawk, again, on the sleeve, on the stripes. This one is, though, the more modern tomahawk with the C, where it's yellow C with the red tomahawk handle, and then I think it's, my eyesight is bad from here, but I think it's green is the hatchet part there. I think that's a more modern color scheme for that one, but I think that one pops pretty nicely too.
The blades are white.
Oh, okay, they're white.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
But yeah, I mean, I think it looks good. This was a good one, simple. Actually felt like more of a real throwback.
The other slight difference from this in 2015 is underneath the stripes along the waist. Underneath the stripes, it's black and not white. Just a little small difference. It's black on the bottom of that one.
I know we don't like to compliment our friends to the southwest of us, but those Blues uniforms for that day,
The powder blues,
love them. I love the fact. I like that they are wearing those more.
I was gonna say
that lighter blue. I love the lighter blue.
Yep.
Those are the best Blues uniforms. I mean, there's no such thing as a nice Blues uniform, but that's as close as you're gonna get.
Those are very good, and it's smart of the Blues to see the reception that they got of those jerseys and be like, yep, we're gonna wear them more.
Yep.
Because people like them and people will buy them.
Yes.
So
knock that red triangle nonsense off. That they.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Windy City Hockey says, I wish the Hawks made the 2017 Winter Classic a cream jersey. Yeah, the cream is a cool, easy way to go retro without it being super bright. We have a super chat here from Brandon saying they need a Centennial jersey for 2026. Oh, you know that's happening.
You know it's coming. Yep.
That will be happening for sure.
That'd be the
Connor
26
Bedard jersey.
That'd be the 26-27 season, right? Because that was the first year, 1926.
Yes.
So it'd be 26-27.
But do you actually do it 27-28? Because technically, we lost an entire season there. So it's only their 100th year.
It's the 100th anniversary of the franchise.
It's 100th anniversary of the team being a team. Yeah.
I wonder if they are considering a logo change. I wonder if they're just waiting for that. Because they're going to want to have some sort of Centennial jersey and then be like, okay, after 100 years.
Yeah, you could.
That might be maybe that's their marker.
Maybe that's
in time.
their long game. It could be.
Interesting.
Breaking news.
No. Not breaking news.
That is not scorsed information.
Yeah.
No, it is not.
According to our scourses.
All right, next one is the 2019 Winter Classic at Notre Dame. 4-2 loss to the Bruins. The black and the white stripes.
Very well done.
These are fantastic.
These are
very well
chef's
done.
kiss. Absolute beauties. I love these jerseys. And when the reveal happened, they're like, all right, they're kind of boring. But then you saw them on the ice, and it was like, oh, yeah.
The whole package together with the pants and the socks, how it all looks good.
The stripes on the socks, matching the stripes on the sleeves, just perfect.
That's big.
Great. Whoever designed these should have gotten a raise. These are wonderful jerseys.
Very easy to do. And we were kind of talking a little bit about this yesterday. If for the reverse retro, for the second round of reverse retros, if they had done a flip-flopped color version of this one where it's primarily white with black, I would have loved that.
Or even cream.
Or that too.
White with red striping and numbers. That'd be different and kind of cool.
You know what's another little underrated aspect of these is the black and white basic nature of this really made the Notre Dame Winter Classic green patch pop. Like it makes it stand out a lot more because it is the only color on the uniform, and it just and I'm a Notre Dame fan, so maybe I'm biased, but I love these. It
was a good Winter
awesome.
Classic logo, with the shamrock. It looked really good.
Yes, Chris Dubiel says Art Deco. That's the style I was talking about when I was talking about the Bulls jersey, like from the 20s.
Right.
Art Deco is the term. Thank you, Chris. You're the man. Appreciate that.
I have a story about these Winter Classic ones. I had a Patrick Kane jersey, which was the only Blackhawks jersey I had for a very long time. I got it in 2009, and it made it through the cup runs, not unscathed though, and it was starting to wear down. So I was thinking, I was just like, I want to get a new jersey. I wanted to get a Duncan Keith jersey, and when the designs for those jerseys came out, I was like, oh, these look great. I definitely want to like get one. Like I would love that, blah, blah, blah. So my wife, as thoughtful as she is, I believe it was either for Christmas, would have been for Christmas because that would have been before, the game would have happened before my birthday. So for Christmas, she goes ahead, pre-orders one of the jerseys, a Duncan Keith jersey. As I do a little digging into these jerseys, and as I'm looking at the designs, I start looking at them, and I'm like, these jerseys are shaped weird. And for me, it became a huge thing that these jerseys, the Patrick Kane one that I had, the Reebok one, was kind of like a straight cut in the waist, or in the torso and the waist, and I like that. And when these ones came out, they were like a bell shape. And I'm like, what the hell is
for me?
I was like, what the hell is that? Like, it was like...
We call it pear-shaped, Mario.
Welcome to our world, skinny guy.
well, I was like, it's going to fit here, and then it's going to like come out. And I went to the team store, and I tried one on, and I was like looking in the mirror. I'm like, this looks super weird. And me being the person that I am, I started like complaining, like outwardly, like this sucks. Like I was gonna buy one of these, and now this thing fits weird and blah blah blah. And I was telling my wife about it. I was like, yeah, I looked at these jerseys and they're like that. And I was so excited to get one and blah blah blah. She's just like, oh, yeah, that sucks.
Oh boy.
And canceled the order.
Worst husband ever.
And told me about it, and I felt so bad. And then, come to find out, when I did get my Duncan Keith jersey that I currently own, it wasn't a Winter Classic problem. It was just that's how the Adidas jerseys are cut, and I was like, oh, whoops, sorry.
Oh boy.
So, yeah, I felt real bad. So, but she forgave me. We're still together, still
Good.
happy. So
Congratulations.
it's good.
I'm still being married.
But you're never getting another jersey.
I don't think she'll do
She
that.
learned her lesson. Buy your own jersey, jerk.
My wife years ago bought me a Bears jersey for a player that used to work here,
Interesting.
and it was they spelled it wrong. NFL.com spelled his name wrong.
Oh no.
It was Kruetz.
Oh no.
Is how they spelled it. Maybe I should bring the misspelled jersey here, and we could just play it.
There you go.
Yeah.
Do that. See if the
So
Bears.
they fixed the problem, though.
See if the Bears show wants to.
just can't wear that
wants
anymore.
to display that.
Sorry.
One time I was at. Now we're getting way off track here, but you mentioned Bears jersey oddities. One time I was at a thrift shop and saw a Bears jersey hanging on the rack, and I was like, "Oh, who's this? Oh, number 15, Brandon Marshall." And this is years ago, and I pull it off the rack, and the entire nameplate Marshall was upside down.
What?
That's awesome.
I was just like, "Oh, that makes sense why it's here."
Just buy it. Buy it.
I was like,
have
"Can
it."
I have this for $1?"
Yeah, really.
It was
so funny.
It was an oddity. Yeah.
The person's like, it's my lunch break. I'm not doing this.
Yeah.
Screw you, I quit. Everybody's name is upside down.
Yeah.
All right, last one we have on this list is the 2021 Reverse Retro. They only wore this a handful of times.
I think just 3 times.
Liked it.
It's fine.
It's fine.
I liked it better first when the Chicago Steel.
I was
going
gonna
to
say
first.
you see it every home game out at Fox Valley Ice.
Yeah.
They totally ripped that off from our friends over at the Steel. But hey, they won a few games in those jerseys, the Steel. So go with what works.
These are the templates of NHL 94. Every team had these jerseys just with different colors assigned to them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're fine. I don't hate them. I don't love them. I wish they had. I'd probably like them more if they had worn something similar to this a little more often.
Mm-hmm.
They claim these were modeled off the jerseys in the 40s. Now, the ones in the 40s had numbers on the front and back, almost like a football jersey.
Yeah.
Which is kind of cool. And had they gone that route,
That would be quite the look.
yeah, that would be interesting. But they did not do that after all. And then in 1948, they moved to the barber poles on the road, and then similar to these at home, except what you're looking at on these, if they were wherever it's black, they were white. for the home jerseys then.
Yeah,
so
White with the
these
red.
were okay.
Okay.
They were. I didn't run out and buy one immediately.
No.
But they were fine. Like they were different enough, and I liked the red shoulders. It's kind of cool. It's different.
Yeah. These were fine, and this is what Patrick Kane wore to score his 400th goal against the Red Wings. So they'll have that memory, and that's the picture we're using of the jerseys. They'll have that memory attached to them at least for the 3 games that they wore them for.
yeah, they're fine. I like them. They're not hated or loved.
Yeah, since you only wore those 3 times, just bring those back.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Or, make them red, make them white, whatever.
Yeah, they got to do the whole 2.0
Can you reverse
thing.
retro the reverse retro?
I mean, there's no rules here. I mean, you can do whatever you want with them, I guess.
And then there's our black jerseys we were talking about.
Black alternates, yeah.
From 96 to 2007. I forgot how long they wore those.
10 years.
Yeah, I mean, I always
I like
enjoyed
them.
those. I like when whatever the first year of the NHL franchise on PlayStation where you could pick different jerseys. I wore these uniforms 82 games a year. I was like, screw it, I'm going all black all season, baby.
Yeah.
And those were cool. I had one of those, and I can't remember what player. That might be my JP Dumont jersey. Might be a black jersey.
Nice.
Yeah.
There you go.
That's a cool one to have. That's a story.
Hey, maybe if
I got to wear it like 3 times, and then he was gone.
maybe if the team ever goes back to the separation of black and Hawks, maybe black will make a comeback as a third jersey.
Yeah. I welcome these back. Whenever they're ready, I'm ready.
Yeah, I feel like there's definitely a portion of the fan base, myself included, that would purchase one of those.
Yeah. Definitely.
An updated version of
Plus,
it.
as a guy who misses his mouth regularly while eating, the black is nice.
Yeah.
Because me and light colored clothing do not get along. You can guarantee the first time I try and eat a piece of pizza with a white shirt, there will be a blotch on it.
Yeah,
Or with that
Inevitable.
hole in my chin, it just gets.
That's why
me
I
every
do not
time.
let my wife wear my jerseys because she is a perpetual food dropper.
Yeah,
geez.
I'm a imagine this sloppy eater. Weird, I know, but yeah, that's why I'm a fan of the darker jerseys.
Yeah,
You can spill anything on them and nobody will know.
my anxiety levels go up when I wear like the Team USA jersey I was wearing. When I wear that one, I have a Wisconsin hockey jersey that's their white, and I'm just like, oh, I get so nervous.
Bread and water for the next
so
12
nervous
hours.
about it. Yeah.
I got to tell you guys, I had, speaking of your USA jersey, I had a Roenick 96 World Cup of Hockey jersey, which is ridiculous.
That
Like,
is
it's
great.
got stars and the stripes are all out of control. It is very, very 90s.
It is super 90s, yeah.
A chipmunk, I had that that's where my John Clem jersey is. I had that in my John Clem jersey. We're in a bag in a box in my garage, and a chipmunk made a nest out of the thread on those jerseys. I was crushed.
Oh man.
I came out and I could
tough.
just see like all the stitching had been taken out, and then there was like a little ball over here full of seeds. And
No
I'm like,
respect from that chipmunk.
Alvin.
yeah, but seriously, I was so mad. That's why now all my jerseys are in an airtight box in my basement, very, very safe.
Chipmunk proof.
Yes,
Compartment.
absolutely.
Steel trap.
Oh, I'm so
chipmunks.
pissed. All right, so let's do our top 3 and then our least favorite. Mario, why don't you go first since you already
Well,
spoiled it.
I already spilled my my number one, but yeah, I would say of all the jerseys we've gone through, there is a theme for me. My number 3 favorite is the one I'm currently wearing, the late '90s, early 2000s all black third jerseys, modeled here by Mr. Patrick Sharp on your screens there.
Very
I
handsome
just
jersey.
yeah, it's a very handsome jersey. I really like it. I just think it's Blackhawks black uniform. I think the logo really pops off of the black background. I think it looks great. My number 2 is the jersey I was going to get for Christmas before I before I complained myself out of it. The 2019 Winter Classic. Again, the black with the white, very simple, but just those little details works really well. So well that the New Jersey Devils decided to basically rip it off when they did an alternate jersey.
I love speaking of them, the jersey, the one that just says jersey.
It just says jersey.
Like,
yeah.
Jokes about do their pants say pants,
helmet, pants, gloves. Yeah, but I really like these ones as well. And the number one was the 2009 Winter Classic. Just a fantastic setup, great colors, great pop. And yeah, the kind of the background or the backdrop of, the Blackhawks establishing themselves in that moment as we are going to be a team to be reckoned with. At Wrigley Field, just a great setup. If they'd only won the game, it'd be a lot better. But that's my number one. And
your least favorite?
Oh, least favorite. What did I say? The 2015 Winter Classic, I think, was my least favorite. Yeah, it just looks like the away jersey.
Yeah,
it's just it didn't hit the throwback vibes for me enough.
All right. Well, my top three, slightly different. My third is going to be that 2016 Stadium Series jersey.
Oh, okay.
With the extra black. I really liked how those looked. Again, that was one where, like, when they did the reveal, I was like, and then actually went to the game in Minnesota and saw them on the ice. We're like, well, actually, those are really cool. I would like to get one of those. So that's my third. I enjoyed just that extra black. It really makes the rest of the uniform pop out.
Jersey.
Wild did like almost like what they wear now with the darker green. I don't remember it exactly, but
I got you. I got you here. Yeah, it's pretty similar.
Yeah, it's kind of like what they wore, their third jerseys now, kind of, sort of, but
not bad.
I enjoyed those. My second one, again, will also go with the 2019 Winter Classic, the black and the white, just perfect how that whole uniform came together. From the striping on the sleeves, the stripings on the socks, and even on the breezers, just perfect, classic, slick, clean look. And then you got to go with the first, the 09 Winter Classic jerseys. Those were, just, I think that cream color, I don't know what it is about that color. I love it. It's such a cool contrast as opposed to the white.
I think if those had been white, I don't think they'd have.
Well, because for a while there, you would see the Chinese knockoff versions had the white stripe on it. So you got, for the guys that wouldn't break a 20 to get a New Jersey at the game, you could see what those look like, and they looked like crap.
Yeah.
But the cream, I love the cream color, and again, I think it's more of an attachment to how awesome that game was, and being there and being a part of that event, and what it led to. That was like the first day you were proud to be a Blackhawks fan again for a long, long time. And
it was an arrival.
Yeah. And it was for somebody that went through the garbage of the late 90s and the early 2000s, and, to see it come back, to be at that level, to be sitting in Wrigley Field in a nationally televised game where people were happy to be Blackhawk fans again. It was cool. So I think that's probably more the reason I like that jersey, is more the feelings that it invokes, but it looks pretty damn cool too.
And your least?
Those Stadium Series jerseys, just launch them in a cannon.
Ones.
The elongated numbers and the reflective patches. Load those in a cannon and fire them into the sun.
Yeah, those are my least favorite as well. For
least
me,
favorite and the only outdoor win.
Really. That's the only good thing about it, is they won that game.
Yeah.
My number 3 is the 09 Winter Classic, for all the reasons you guys mentioned. The nostalgia, the arrival, the atmosphere. They're great. I love them. They're wonderful. My second favorite is the 2017 Winter Classic, which is the older looking Native American, the black helmets, the lowered tomahawks. I love those. And my favorite is the 2019 Winter Classic at Notre Dame, the black, the white, the Winter Classic patch. The whole thing came together perfectly. I went to that game with my daughter, by the way, which is also a really nice memory.
There you go.
Nice.
And Weezer played during intermission.
That's right.
That was there's a lot of good ones, and I think some people jumped on Lake Greg.
In case you missed it, seeing a lot of the cream. This is the Ice Hogs version. This is what it should be. There's your cream color jersey. That's what it would look like. This is my vote for the Blackhawks
Nice. I like that.
For the Blackhawks.
All right, flip it around again.
Flip it around. It is.
Kill us one more time.
21.
Obviously, you could change the font of the numbers to make it look like
use the Hawks
standard numbers.
Yeah.
The Ice Hawks used a different font, but that's what the cream would look like. I would love this. This is my favorite hockey jersey I own of all the different jerseys I have. This is number one.
As now the Hawks are the official, complete owners of the Ice Hogs, is it time to retire jerseys throughout the franchise? Should 9 and 21 and 35 and those all be worn at Rockford?
See, here's what they started 2 years ago. Players now will wear their same number as if they were to get called up, so they're not changing numbers. So the number they wear in Rockford is the number they would wear if they get called up in Chicago. So they're not changing. Yes, they did that 2 years ago. So nobody can wear number 9 or number 21 in Rockford.
So they did
anymore. Reichel was 27 down there. Regula was 7. Yeah, they did that COVID year. I think it probably had to do with we're in a bind here, so we don't want to be changing numbers.
Right. Yeah.
So that's why you see a lot of funky numbers in Rockford, because they can't wear any of the numbers that current Blackhawks are wearing. Yeah, they made that change 2 years ago.
Interesting. Good to know.
Swore.
I like that. All right, before we wrap up, one final reminder that if you enjoy CHGO, and we enjoy having you, that's for damn sure, one way to help us continue to grow is to download that PointsBet app and use the code CHGO when you sign up. You'll get 2 risk-free bets up to $2,000, but with that $50 or more first-time deposit, you're also going to get that free CHGO membership, access to all of our great web content, and a free shirt of your choice from the CHGO locker. And in case you missed it, online sign-up is available now in Illinois. You can download the app right now from your phone, use that code CHGO, and you'll be placing your wagers at the fastest sportsbook, easier than ever, and you can start living your bet life in seconds. So what are you waiting for? Once the game starts, don't just bet. Live your bet life with PointsBet. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-522-4700. Remember, jump on allchgo.com. Become a member there as well. Get a free T-shirt. Get access to all of our stuff. Get access to our Discord. It's really great. It is ad-free. All of our beats have tons of content coming out every single day. It's not just us. It's Bears, Sox, Cubs, Bulls, Fire, Sky. All the Chicago pro sports teams have content on allchgo.com. And as Joel reminds me in the chat, smash that like button on YouTube. You're watching on YouTube, hit that like button always and forever. Every time you join us, hit that like button. It helps us out greatly.
Yep.
All right, we'll talk to you tomorrow.
Can we get one more?
Yes.
One more for the YouTube audience. What brought us here? The 92 Barber Pole jerseys up on the screen there. A little love for those. I was surprised, Jay, when you had the Winter Classic 09 as your number 3. I thought you were going to have these in your top 3, but this would be my number 4.
I don't adore those as much as most people do. I don't know why. Maybe because I never had one and I'm mad I never had one.
I want to Larmer one of these so bad.
Yeah, they never popped with me as much as you would expect they would have.
That NHL 75 logo on the top left is just so clean.
That's cool.
Really
pretty slick. Yeah.
Yeah.
These would be my number 4, and if these would be the reverse retro 2.0 design, just do that. Don't make it the one that's floating out there. Just do this.
Yeah, please.
And before we go, don't forget World Juniors. Puck is dropping on that in 1 hour. 1 o'clock, Czechia versus Slovakia. 5 o'clock, Latvia versus Finland. And then 9 o'clock, the marquee matchup, USA versus Germany. 3 Blackhawks prospects taking the ice in that U.S. game. All the games, the entire tournament will be able to be seen live on the NHL Network.
And on the TSN Network for our friends in Canada.
If you are watching from north of the border, you guys can watch on TSN, but I'm sure you knew that.
I'm sure you already know that.
Yes, because you have 19 versions of TSN on your local cable package.
Is true.
But for us here in the Chicago area and in the States, NHL Network, tune in 1 o'clock for that Czechia-Slovakia game. Should be a good one.
All right, we'll talk to you tomorrow at 11 on the CHGO Blackhawks podcast.